the bright moonlight, you are my sun. A Ladynoir July Miraculous Ladybug fanfiction, month-long fanfiction. Day 7. Height difference. How on earth do you two do this every single night? Ladybug and shhhh just look at each other with a slight smile. Truly, it's a miracle that they can still function day to day. She's more so guessing on his part. She's only barely keeping her life together. Luckily, she's already known to be chronically late to everything, so her oversleeping doesn't really affect her life too much. In fact, her friends have learned to adjust and give her a 30-minute heads up so that she'll be there a little bit sooner than she would have if they had just told her the right time. Rena, you have no idea, Ladybug laughs. Rena yawns and leans against the wall and hums softly. I pray for more days with no midnight patroller fights, she says. Wouldn't that be nice? shhhh agrees. Ladybug nods. We haven't had a break in a while. Yeah, Ladybug says. Rena is gaping at them. Wow, I keep forgetting how often you two have to do this stuff. That is so rough. I sleep like 10 hours a day. This fight is gonna take like 2 more weeks of sleep to recover from. You guys don't even get those 2 weeks, she says, brushing a hand through her ponytail. Ladybug gives a slightly bitter laugh. Yeah, I wish we did though, but this is the life of a superhero. You're busy with this life along with our other one, she says. How do you do it? Rena says in idle wonder. Ladybug shrugs, and even shhhh can't give a reasonable answer. Rena doesn't press them, though. It's one of the harder expectations that comes with being a hero of Paris. It's also one of the many reasons the Ladybug grits her teeth till they nearly grind down to nothing at all when Lila tries to claim to be a hero. She's never had to sacrifice her nights, every night, to keep everyone safe. She doesn't have the practical weight of the world on her shoulders. She reaps all of the benefits without any of the worry of getting harmed or even worse, dying out in the field. It's infuriating. I will say, this view kind of makes up for the lack of sleep, Rena hums. Ladybug smiles, and the three of them turn and face the moon. When the Akuma's attack switched to being more towards the nighttime, she never thought much of the moon other than a light source and a reminder that she really wanted to freaking sleep. Now that she's getting a little more used to it, the moon is a pretty view for her that is encouragement to get the job done quicker. She likes to look at it with shhhh after the battle. It's almost like a wind down for them. It's comforting, and it allows her to breathe for a moment, normally, before heading off to bed. It's pretty indeed, shhhh says, but he sounds a little far away. Rena also nearly chokes on her laugh. Are you looking at the moon or at Ladybug? She teases. What? shhhh cries out, and Ladybug turns to raise a joking eyebrow at him. He pouts at her. She covers her mouth to stifle her laugh. I'm totally not. I'm looking at the moon. Look! He hurries to defend himself. His arms shoot out as if to show his eye-line is towards the moon. Rena Rouge has nearly fallen to the ground because she is laughing so darn hard. Stop, shhhh whines. I mean, I was joking, but man, you're defensive, Rena cackles with a mischievous smile. Shhhh crosses his arms and pouts at her like a young child. Ladybug giggles at the scene. I'm looking at the moon, okay? It's just nice, he mutters out. Ladybug smiles. It is very nice, she says. It's usually the only other thing that's with us when we fight. Aside from the victim themselves, she chuckles. Yeah, kind of weird to think about it. Victim. It's like we're murder detectives. shhhh laughs. God, we've been doing this for so long, he breathes, rubbing his face. Rena nods. Totally. Speaking of which, I saw the Lady blog just posted a throwback picture, and I'm realizing that shhhh is so much taller than when you guys first started fighting crime. Look, you're so much taller than her. Bringing up a phone with an old photo loaded up on it, she nearly shoves it into their faces. Ladybug blinks at it. She looked so young. It had only been maybe 4 years since they had started fighting crime. How on earth does she look so different? Truly, it feels like she's been doing this her entire life, but man, she looks like a baby in the picture, and so does shhhh. Back then, it was only the two of them, and now there are more people on the team. But in the end, of course, it'll always be the two of them. I don't think I've grown that much, shhhh comments. He looks at the picture in confusion. Like, I think Ladybug has always been small. He grins cheekily. Ladybug huffs and smacks his arm. Shush, she tells him, much to Rena's amusement. And yeah, I mean, you've always been taller than me by a noticeable amount, but you're not that tall, she agrees. Rena, though, she clicks her tongue in an unbelieving manner. Oh, it's noticeable, all right, she says, some of the laughter slipping into her voice. Taking a quick picture, she shows them what they look like now. shhh's mouth drops to the floor, and Ladybug's eyebrows raise so far up, it's practically a part of her hairline. Wow, he is so much taller than her. How is that even fair? Ladybug wants to cross her arms and pout and throw a fit like shhhh did before, but she refrains. You are so small now, shhhh practically screeches. He tries to pat her on the head, but she bats his hand away and pins him to his side with a dangerous growl. Don't, she warns. There's a mix of amusement and panic in his eyes. They're wide, but there's also a smile on his face. Ladybug releases his wrist, and he rubs them idly. I'm like a whole head and neck taller than you, shhhh mutters under his breath. Ladybug grumbles in reluctant agreement. He really is. shhhh is almost leaned over in the picture, but yet he is still crazy taller than her. Years ago, he was maybe half a head taller than her, but it wasn't shocking, but it was definitely noticeable. She did appreciate how equalizing it was back then, even though Ladybug was sure that shhhh would treat her like an equal, even if they were this height at the start of their partnership. It still doesn't stop the annoyance of it all. shhhh will definitely try to lean his arms on her head now, and she will claw them up like a cat herself if he tries too many times. I don't like this, Ladybug huffs, and Rena grins at her. I kinda do, she says in a sing-song voice. Ladybug narrows her eyes at her. Of course you do, she says, but there's a teasing lilt to her voice that lets Rena know that she's actually okay with it. Mostly. Hey, look how small she is here, shhhh says, showing them another old picture. Ladybug frowns deeply. Rena nearly rolls off the general area that they're standing in. You're so cute, shhhh coos at the picture. Like a baby. Ladybug snorts. You do too, she points out. shhhh bats a hand in the air. Less so now, but you're still adorably cute. He smiles brightly at her. She narrows her eyes at him, but right now he looks like he's just having so much fun. She wants to allow him to be like this, just for once. Just for the record, I don't like the height difference, Ladybug announces. Rena looks at her with an unreadable expression, but it's somehow impish, anyways. Oh, I think you will someday. I have a feeling that you will someday,